SIKE! This is not a sad video, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're gonna get right into it. Y'all know me, man. Come on. February 20th, 2024, Habu made this tweet. Essentially, he's saying, I will no longer be in charge of producing Digimon games. Let's go get the better translation, though. Right, so the full story is... Due to personnel changes within Bandai Namco Entertainment, I will no longer be the producer of Digimon games, Habu said in a tweet. In fact, I have not been in that role since last April, and I have been quietly passing the baton. Please rest assured that the new Digimon story game continues to be in development under its trusted director and team. Like, this is pretty big. This is big news, right? As I read this, I had that like initial shock, but I quickly realized that this was inevitable, right? One thing though to notice is how he says under its trusted director and team. We're gonna come back to that. Pokemon, right? Think of Pokemon. They don't change their producers, and you can literally tell when you look at the bulk of their track record, right? But Digimon, on the other hand, you know, we're changing them around. It ebbs and flows. Now, something that Pokemon and Digimon do have in common is their popularity, and I'm gonna call it like this. They're like household names. There's this possibility that someone could be a fan of the games and actually aspire to work on them, like Habu. Well, I'm assuming here, okay? I'm assuming that Habu's enthusiasm around Digimon was based off the fact that he likes Digimon. I'm assuming here, I don't know. His enthusiasm around Digimon could actually really just be based off of our own enthusiasm as fans. Because yes, he's a producer, he's supposed to produce games, but what is that game meant to do? Produce money. So he continues, being involved in Digimon and being able to experience the enthusiasm of the fans has become my most treasured asset. I would like to thank all the fans who have loved our works. Thank you so much. Please continue to give Digimon your support. As I thought about this message over the past few weeks, the question of game producer versus game director, it kept coming up in my head, bro. And you know me, I started overthinking a lot. I will just hold off though. Let's hold off for a second. I'll get back to that. So in this announcement video, or should I say the producer interview around Digimon World Next Order, where they announced the game coming to Switch and PC, this is from October 28th, 2022. Habu first introduced himself as the producer of Digimon games, but then he quickly is like, oh, by the way, I didn't produce this. It's by a new guy who joined, what do you say right here? By a new producer that joined the Digimon game team, what do you say, this year, right? AKA 2022. This guy introduces himself. What's his name? Takahiro Yokota. All right, I think this is our new guy. That's what I'm gonna call him from here on out. All right, but before we talk about our new guy, Takahiro, I think I'm saying it wrong. I'm gonna just shut up. Let's talk about the man of the hour, okay? Kazumasa Habu. So game producer and then game director, right? I looked into it. I did some research. Sir. Producers handle business. Directors stand on it. Chad, I'm 2 for 2. I don't know. You're gonna have to stop me. Someone's gonna have to control me. Directors are in charge of the creative vision, while producers ensure that that vision can be made with the constraints that they're given. But no matter what, these two roles have to work together. And I have this hunch that Habu might have worked more on the creative side than your typical producer. Just my thoughts. But at some point, he gets hands off when it comes to the finer details, right? Remember his tweet? Please rest assured that the new Digimon story game continues to be in development under its trusted director and team. So what he's saying is the studio finished making the game, right? And they don't even need him anymore. Right, Habu? It's been 7 years, buddy. Show us the game. Regardless, if you're worried about the game's quality, right? If that's what you're concerned about, I wouldn't be concerned, you know? There's one thing we need, guys. There's one thing we need out of this new producer, okay? He just needs to care. That's it. He needs to like Digimon in any capacity and we'll be fine, I promise. Because when you look at the situation, you'll quickly notice Habu set our boy up for success. Habu's biggest feat is how he's finally made a distinction between Digimon story games and Digimon world games. And not only that, he's established multiple studios to be working on the differing styles of Digimon. Basically, he did his job. So he stood on business. No, that's supposed to be the director. Oh, you're right. Shit. Now work with me, chat. For all you care, hide. They could be the studio who works on ports and then like side games like Survive. I don't know. That would be kind of lit though. Remember, chat? There's multiple Digimon games in development, man. Don't forget it. So from a quality perspective, you know, I'm not really worried. But the other side is Habu's enthusiasm, which bled into, I guess, the quality of like the game's stories or atmospheres or concepts, right? If you have an enthusiasm to please fans, you would do justice to the Digimon IP. Now, part of me is like, that's not hard. You know, it's like, it's not hard to do, but you know, can this guy follow up? Like Habu, right? He explained in interviews that he was going back to past directors, producers, what have you, of other Digimon works like Digimon Adventure, the anime, and asking them questions to get inspiration and insight. But it's like, you don't even fully have to do that necessarily to make an interesting game world at a Digimon. I did it, you know what I'm saying? From what I understand, man, the game producer has two jobs. First job is to decide who's gonna make the game. Second job is to decide what they should actually make, the game's vision. This vision has to align to some goal. And that comes back to my point, bro. Like, as long as he cares, you know what I'm saying? Or at least has an aspiration to please us as fans, he's probably going to go the same route his mentor did, AKA Habu. And then from there, right, the game directors are already set, right? They've made Digimon in the past, so they can handle the specifics. Okay, this is a new segment that I'm calling Fun Facts with James.
Yes, sir.
Fun fact number 1. Habu produced one of the worst Digimon games, Digimon All-Star Rumble. Damn, that's crazy. Now listen, I've played the game for 20 minutes. If I gave you my 20-minute review, I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of a dream game. You know what I'm saying? A modern looking Digimon game that I'm controlling Digimon and it's like an action game. I don't know, 20 minutes and I was having a good time. What if we look at the reviews? I've seen enough. Well, we don't need that no more. Listen, man, there's gotta be a story behind this game. I guarantee you it's an interesting story too, because there's no other way to explain this. But more importantly, there's lessons to be learned, chat. Lesson number 1 is that Habu himself, even he's not immune to the corporate overlords. I don't think Habu would let something like that ship in this day and age. But I don't think he had control over it. Now, fast forward to today, and you see what he did with Survive, how he held it back so long? I don't know. Survive didn't release in an unfinished state, right? I feel like he prevented that. And so I'm just wondering, does Bandai have a little bit more faith in Digimon? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And the second lesson, right, what did I say earlier? What is a producer's 2 jobs? At a certain point, the game's quality is out of the producer's hands. Think budget, think development studio skill level. You make a few wrong decisions, chat, and you're just kind of screwed, or you have to delay it to try to fix it, and Survive is a perfect example. But man, past that, did he climb? Did my man Habu come through and reinvigorate Digimon for so many fans worldwide, me included? Habu, bro, we appreciate you. But my boy, I love you, but I gotta leave you. Listen, you left us. So with that being said, it's time to talk about this new guy. I kind of like him already, I'm gonna be real with you. You know, while we're talking about All-Star Rumble, and again, produced by Habu, then you have his other game that he produced, Redigitize. Bro, the difference in those two games' quality is insane. Some people say, right, I can't speak on it because I haven't played it, but I hear people say Redigitize, Decode specifically as well, is better than World 1. You gotta understand, World 1's the best Digimon game ever. So if you're trying to tell me it's better than that, I find that hard to believe. The game is so like old or obscure. I don't know what's going on with it, but you can't find really any reviews. It doesn't show up on Metacritic. It's kind of sus if you ask me. Might have to see what's going on there, huh? But it just goes to show there's so many factors involved here, right? Habu isn't a god as much as I find him to be. Because on the other hand, Next Order, also produced by Habu, isn't that well received. You know, it's just, I don't know. But have I convinced you to be open-minded about this new guy yet? I don't know, maybe not, but we just started. Okay, work with me here. You know, it's funny, we've actually seen a new guy multiple times already, right? He's been in our face. The first time we ever saw this guy, right? He introduced himself for the first time in this announcement video, right? He goes, and Habu mentions that he just joined the Digimon game team, right? A new producer that joined the Digimon game team this year, right? So he's brand spanking new. And so DigimonCon 2022, Habu was there to address Digimon games. And I remember whenever we were anticipating and waiting for DigimonCon 2023, we were waiting to see if Habu would be there. And when we saw he wasn't going to be there, we all kind of lost hope. But then if you remember, again, our boy, Look, he was here and he spent 15 minutes with us going over the game and then also going over the 2 new features. You know what I'm saying? Like that was, look, he had a Let's Play, chat. Remember we was watching him Let's Play. So 2 things stand out to me here, right? I started out the video by saying this, but Digimon, Pokemon, they're household names. Okay, this isn't a case of just handing an IP to a new producer to handle. You probably shouldn't fuck this up. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are long-standing IPs with mature, dedicated fan base, a mature, dedicated fan base. We have expectations, and I'm sure he knew that. Walking into this role, I'm sure the company knows that. What I'm getting at is he's in front of the camera already, right? He was pretty early. I think he wants to be here. You know, I think he likes the job. And if he likes it, right, if he's a fan, he'll probably try and strive to make something good, right? I'm just saying. The second thing I see, chat, is Next Order. That is an old game built on Unity. Bro, chat, Yokota? Yeah, Yokota, he clearly played the game, chat. I can tell. Because we really needed that run feature. And unless you've actually played the game, you've gone through the motions and felt it without a run feature, it doesn't seem like a big deal. And the way that they added it is kind of janky, so my impression is it might not have been as easy of an add, right? The game's already been built, old code as well, so I'm sure it was actually probably tricky to add it, and he still was like, he insisted that they did that. So I'm just saying, chat, it's a good sign. It's a good sign. If you look at Next Order on Metacritic, right, we're looking at a 68. even on the user score, it's still a 7.0. Now it's nothing terrible, but not the best, right? Not the best reception. With something like this, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like you could have just ported it. You really didn't need to add anything. I appreciate it, but he really didn't. So now looking ahead, we have a DigimonCon 2024 just coming up this weekend. At the time I'm posting it, and this is interesting, right? So they open up that Q&A. Kind of similar to what Habu did, but this one was way more expansive. You could tell now that I'm thinking, but now we have all of these sort of details, and I mean, look at them. They're already name dropping Yokota here. Details in front of us. It makes sense why he put out that survey. If you don't know, he put out a survey and asked like, what genre of Digimon games would you like to see? And it had everything on there. MOBA, dancing game, dating sim, bro, fighting game, obviously, RPG, you know, all the typical stuff. And then all these left field with things as well, right? So he understands that we're ready for anything and it can be anything. And not only that, they got over 20,000 answers. That is pretty damn good. Real fans, chat. That's what we do. Now, if we look at the agenda though for DigimonCon 2024, unfortunately, on English, for the game section, literally all they have is series survey project. Now, in that tweet, they say responses, or they say answers to the questions. And again, what did I just say? They asked us which type of games we want to see. Now, let me ask y'all, chat, if they get a swarming amount of responses, 20,000 responses, and the most, 10,000, let's just throw a number out there, 10,000 is saying we want a Digimon, I'm gonna just be crazy about it, MOBA game, like Pokemon Unite. Doesn't that say you should make it? And am I crazy to say, okay, whatever one means we're gonna get that type of game, right? Am I crazy to think that's actually interesting at the very least? I don't know though. And lastly, even in 2022, when Habu was there and all he did was answer questions, he did give us information about the new story game. He didn't come with a trailer or anything like that, but he did give us information because he knew we've been waiting. So even though this is all that's here, there may be a mention. There could be, even if there is a trailer. My only thing is they might not want to overhype it, but at the same time, why wouldn't you overhype it if you did have something more to show? So with that being said, it's very unlikely that they show much past what we got here. So I wouldn't come to this with expectations, right? I wouldn't do that. Let's not shoot ourselves in the foot like we always do. So yeah, when it comes to DigimonCon 2024, we'll probably stream it. Probably, yeah. But I don't know. I think we got to do something else. We got to multitask. I don't know if I can sit there and just stare at this because it's like 4 hours long. We might have to play some games. I don't know, chat. Let me know what you think in the comments right now, what we should do while we watch it. But it is Saturday, March 9th at 10 p.m. EST. So I'm going to see y'all there, right? I'm going to see y'all at the stream, right? All right, y'all. I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Yes, sirski. I see you watching. I be chillin', said I'm tryna catch a vibe. If you think I'm funny, then you gotta press subscribe. We just getting started, see me smiling in a while. Hey, leave a comment, tell me how you doing. I'm just tryna lift the mood. Ain't been going dummy, someone say that he's that dude. Even if you hate me, I'm just happy that you do. Hey.